Welcome to this guide on mastering related rates problems in calculus. Today, we are going to focus purely on the setup strategy. Many students find related rates difficult not because of the calculus, but because of the initial setup. We will learn how to identify variables and build the correct equations systematically. So, what exactly are related rates? In calculus, a related rates problem involves finding the rate at which one quantity changes by relating it to other quantities whose rates of change are known. Essentially, we are connecting real-world geometry to derivatives with respect to time. If one part of a shape moves, how does that affect the other parts? To solve these problems without confusion, we follow a four-step process. First, we sketch the scenario. Second, we identify our variables. Third, we find an equation that relates them. And fourth, we solve using differentiation. In this video, we are focusing on steps 1, 2, and 3, the setup phase. Step 1 is to draw a picture. Read the problem carefully and draw a large, clear diagram. This helps you visualize the snapshot in time. A crucial tip here: do not label changing parts with numbers yet. If a ladder is sliding, its position changes, so don't write a number for the distance just yet. Step 2 is assigning variables. This is the most critical part. You need to distinguish between dynamic quantities and constant quantities. If something changes size or position, give it a letter like X or Y. If something stays the same size, like the length of a ladder, write the number down immediately. This simplifies the math later. Step 3 is finding the equation. Your goal is to link your variables together using standard geometric formulas. You are looking for a relationship that is true for all moments in time, not just the specific moment you are solving for. You will often see the same few shapes appear. Right triangles are used for ladders and moving cars, utilizing the Pythagorean theorem. Cones and shadows often use similar triangles. Spheres and cylinders use volume and area formulas. Recognizing the shape tells you which formula to grab. Let's apply this to a classic practice scenario. A 10-foot ladder rests against a vertical wall. If the bottom of the ladder slides away from the wall at a rate of 1 foot per second, how fast is the top of the ladder sliding down the wall when the bottom is 6 feet from the wall? Let's break this down. First, we assign our variables. The distance from the wall is changing, so we call that x. The height of the ladder on the wall is also changing, so we call that y. However, the ladder itself is a solid object. It stays 10 feet long, so we label that as 10, not a variable. We also identify that the rate of change of x is 1. Now we build the equation. Since the wall and ground make a right angle, we use the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Substituting our specific values, we get x squared plus y squared equals 10 squared. Notice we used variables for the changing sides and a number for the constant side. To summarize the setup phase, always sketch the motion first. Label changing parts with variables like x and y. Plug in constants immediately for things that don't change. Finally, write the equation that connects them all. Once you have this equation, you are ready for the calculus part. You have now successfully set up the problem. The next logical step is to perform implicit differentiation with respect to time to solve for the unknown rate. We will cover that calculation in the next part of this series.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.